Hey guys, thank you for checking out my first YouTube project. In this video and the next, we're going to cover how I built this vanity for my fiance. Thanks for checking it out. so I made my first on-camera mistake. Basically, I had a math error last night. I was trying to get all my parts cut, put my miter saw away, so I could move on with assembly. And when I was cutting this particular piece, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna mess this up. I should wait till I have it assembled. I was like, I'm gonna mess it up. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. Well, I messed it up. Shocker. And it wasn't in the way that I thought it was. I was like, well, build it and put it together and then measure between these two sides, and you'll see what's going on in a sec. But I was like, well, I'll add a little bit of extra, send it back, it'll be fine. Well, alright, so this is the top that goes across the sides. It's supposed to, obviously, go to the end. But I just had a brain fart and didn't add correctly, or I added correctly, but I didn't mark correctly, and ended up cutting it short. Now this ended up being a really interesting mistake because I don't have any more of these 6-inch ripped strips, and the last strip I have left from that piece of plywood is probably about 5 3/4 because it has all the blade curves taken out and everything. So I have to get a little creative here. I could join 2 plywood boards together with dominoes, but I don't really want to do that. So instead, I have some poplar, some birch, I haven't decided which yet, that I'm going to use to fill those corners, because I'm going to have to add an edge on these anyways because of the plywood. So I'll go ahead and add those there, glue and brad nail them in, and then brad nail them down to the sides there. It's not really a strength kind of joint anyways. And once I edge band the whole thing, you shouldn't really notice. So that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to waste more wood and all of that. So let's see how it goes.